Hey guys, this is Jose Savalza with Making an Impact podcast. And for this week's episode, I'm sharing with everybody here an event that I recently held called No Matter What. And just like the title, No Matter What is an area where you can write down your big dreams. And no matter what happens this upcoming year, you will achieve those dreams. And part of the thing that we do here is we also hold each other accountable. So when you write down your goals and your dreams, make sure that not only you sign it for accountability reasons, but you have someone else sign it for accountability reasons. So enjoy. And again, if you guys can do me the favor and like it, subscribe, comment, share, that would mean the world to me. Take care. Once again, good morning, everybody. I think you guys can hear me. Yes, for everybody here, everyone can hear me. Happy Tuesday. I'm not used to doing things on Tuesday. I'm used to doing things on Thursdays or sometimes even Wednesdays, but today's something special. And, I'll explain what I mean in a bit, but this is an event that I created several years ago, and it's called No Matter What. And the reason it's called No Matter What is because I'll explain to it. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my slide deck here so that you guys can get an understanding. But again, if you guys can do me a favor and share your screen, that would be awesome. This is only going to be about 15, maybe 20 minutes. The rest of the time, you guys can stay logged in. But the rest of the time is really going to be used for you to write down your no matter what goals. Okay, and I'll explain the difference of what a normal goal is versus a no matter what goal is. But I'm going to explain a little bit about how this whole thing got started. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you guys see this? Yes? Okay, perfect. No matter what, let me tell you a little bit about the origin of No Matter What. This first started back in 2016. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background as to why, we used to have different offices. When I ran my own brokerage, we had several locations. We had Palmdale, we had Northridge, we had Downey, several other locations. And because we were so kind of scattered, and because at that time we were just a little smaller in scale, we kind of used this as a way to build unity and camaraderie between all the offices and the agents. And in this case, it was just a collaboration between my office in Palmdale and the Northridge office when it was around. So it was first established back in 2016, so this is the 7th time we're doing this. The reason why I did this was to provide a space to dream big. I think everyone here, we have goals, and sometimes we get kicked in the mouth when it comes to the goals that we've set. But this is an environment where I want you to dream big. And I'll explain in a little bit what I mean by that, okay? It also was an area where it offered accountability amongst your peers to help encourage and support one another. I mean, you're going to see a lot of you guys are maybe in an office setting, maybe you guys are in your home office, but wherever you are, and there's a couple of people here as well, when you write down your goals, the person next to you is going to hold you accountable. That's the whole point of it, okay? They're going to hold you accountable. They're going to encourage you throughout the year because, again, I don't know what's going to happen in 2024. We could have interest rates go back down to 5%. Who knows? We can have home prices go down. Who knows? We can have home prices go up. I don't know. But whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Life is going to happen. The sad reality is that there's maybe going to be people here that are no longer going to be here in 2024. That's just life. But we are still held accountable to the things that we want for ourselves. Also, it gave the agent or a lender a visual reminder. It was a visual reminder of their goals all year round. And again, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of some past events that we've done so you know exactly what I'm referring to. And because you have these reminders in front of you, they greatly increase the probability of reaching these milestones. I mean, when you see something in your face every single day in a big yellow piece of paper written in front of you, I mean, that just gives you energy. There's this an energy that transmits from that piece of paper that you wrote down your goal to yourself as you're prospecting, as you're negotiating contracts, as you're trying to put a deal together. That's just a gentle reminder. And because you have that visual representation there, the chances of you reaching it is just so much more. So let me give you a couple of little pictures of an event that happened back in 2019. And I was stalking my Facebook pages. I was trying to find the very first time we did it back in 2016. I just couldn't find it. But as you can see here, this is what some people wrote down as their goals. And again, these pictures were from 4 years ago, but this is what I mean. There's the nice big yellow piece of paper, and there are detailed goals and milestones that each individual agent wrote down for themselves. I mean, it could be a new car. It could be a new home. It could be an investment property. It could be, I want to make $500,000. Whatever that is, you write that down. Here's another representation. Again, this is an environment that is allowing you to just dream big. I know some of us are scared to dream big because of experiences, because of the past, because of trauma. Well, screw all that. It's time to let go. It's time to burn the boat. Now, let me tell you a quick story of what I mean by burning the boat. There's an actual historical fact of burning the boat. There was a Spanish conquistador by the name of Hernán Cortés that came from Spain, and he sailed over to what we now know as Mexico, okay? Now, he had sailed a couple of times before, and pretty much they got their asses kicked. The Aztec Indians, all the indigenous people that were there, they just slaughtered them. So the third time around, he came with an army of about 11 boats and like 7,500 men and a bunch of horses and a bunch of cows. Now, when you take 7,500 people versus a population of 5 million, the odds are not in your favor. But the thing that this conquistador did differently the third time around was that when they landed on shore, he instructed the captains of the boat to burn them, to burn the boat. That's where the term burning the boat came from. Because at that point, now they had absolutely no option but to conquer. And obviously, 500 years later, here we are. 500 years later, now we know Mexico the way it is. We know what happened. But the fact that he gave himself absolutely no option, that he instructed his men and his army to burn the boat, to eliminate the possibility of retreat, that there was no plan B, that there was only plan A, greatly increased his probability to win. So that's my message for you guys today is burn the boat. It's time to let go. What is holding you back? Is it limiting beliefs? Because I was raised in an apartment on welfare, on Section 8, and I grew up on government cheese and pan bimbo, and that's all you know? Let go of that. Is it an old story that you need to let go of? Ese José, ese güey, vale, tú sabes. Is it an old story that's holding you back? It's time for you to let go of that. Some of us have to let go of negative people. And some of those negative people are friends, family, people that we love. Sometimes we just got to let go. Some of us need to let go of the past. A lot of us are holding on to something that has happened in the past, something that now you identify yourself with that happened in the past. Well, it's time to shed that skin and let go, because your past does not make and is not your present, nor is it your future. And lastly, maybe it's time for you to let go of your negative thoughts. You know, in a recent talk that I did to some people, I believe our mind, I think we have like 9,600 thoughts that occur in our mind every single day. Something like that. It was in the thousands. And 90-something% of those thoughts are negative. And 98% of those negative thoughts repeat themselves the next day. So this is an environment that I want you guys to let go. It's time to burn your boat. A few weeks ago, we did a business planning session. And all of you guys wrote down your goal for 2024. It could be money, there could be a monetary value with it. It could be a units closed goal. Whatever that is, now I want you to think a little bit bigger. And to kind of put this, to help you guys kind of categorize this, I'm going to share with you also maybe 5 different categories on how you can help yourself or how you can do this. Okay, let me share another screen really quickly. Okay, I call this the 5 F's. And I know it's a little hard to see maybe. I call this the 5 F's. I want you to write that down, the 5 F's. Now, when it comes to your no matter what goals, I want you to think about these 5 F's as you write down. Number 1 is your faith. What are some milestones? What are some goals that you have relative to your faith? Second one is your family. What are some milestones? What are some goals that no matter what happens in 2024, this is going to happen with my family and I? No matter what happens, this will happen for my family. That's the attitude that you have to take. That's the approach that you need to have when it comes to writing down your goals. Next one, fitness. A lot of us have fitness goals. A lot of us want to lose weight. I can shed a little couple pounds off of my little cachetitos right here myself. What are your goals? No matter what. No matter what happens. And I want you to say that to yourself. No matter what happens, I will reach this fitness goal in 2024. I will look like Dale Lofgren from El Paso, Texas in 2024. Dale, I know you're there somewhere. I think I saw you log in. Dale is a good friend and a coaching member from El Paso. He competed in a bodybuilding physique show a couple of weeks ago, and he looked absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And everything is so relative. It's discipline and consistency. That's all it is. Do you think people want to eat tilapia and dried chicken and broccoli every day? No. But he had that long-term goal. He saw himself up on stage winning a medal, which he did, by the way. And through all those months of sacrifice, he stayed disciplined to himself, and he remained consistent. And I want you to write down those words as well. Discipline and consistency. That's all it requires. A dash of discipline and a tablespoon of consistency. That's all it requires in order for you to reach these goals. Next one is your finances. Ooh, this is a big one. There's a lot of people that I know that are newer. I want to make $100,000. Well, let's put a little meaning behind that. Why do you want to make $100,000? Why do you want to make $250,000? Why do you want to make $500,000? Define it. Why? Because when you define it, now there's an emotion attached to it. See, us humans make decisions two ways, logically and emotionally. However, emotionally takes the cake, is the lion's share. Sometimes we make a decision off an emotion. Oh my God, those shoes look amazing. I'm going to buy them. But if you're like me, I walk around the mall 5 times and I think about, do I really need the shoes? And if I do that enough, logically, I don't need the shoes. I want the shoes because the shoes make me feel a certain way. So that same feeling I want you to attach to all of these goals that you're writing down. Write an emotion with it. Write a feeling. How would you feel if you made X amount of dollars? I heard a story once, and it goes a little like this. There was a man that was given $1 million check. Man, woman, didn't matter, okay? There was a person that was given $1 million check, and he took that check and he deposited into his account, her account, doesn't matter, okay? The bank teller says it's going to take 7 days, because it's such a large amount, to clear. How would you feel if you knew that you had $1 million that's going to hit your bank account? You keep in mind, you can't touch it for the next 7 days, but there's an emotion with it. You're walking a little bit more confidently. You're walking a little bit more prouder. You're walking like you're untouchable. That's the type of emotion that I want you to set with this. And lastly, the final F is future. What does the future have for you in 2024? That no matter what happens, no matter if we go to war, no matter if Trump wins or Biden wins or Jose Zavalza wins the presidential election, no matter what happens, what does my future look like? What does the future hold for my family and I? The 5 F's are just a way to kind of categorize, to get you thinking a little bit more categorically. So I want you to take the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Everybody take out your big piece of yellow paper, your Sharpie. If you don't have that, take out a piece of paper, take out a Sharpie, something permanent. And that's the purpose of writing it down with a Sharpie, because it's permanent. It's like a tattoo. It may kind of wrinkle up with age, but it's still there. It's still there. It isn't going anywhere. So take the next 15, 20, 30 minutes. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and allow you guys, again, just to dream. Keep in mind and ask yourself this question. No matter what, this is going to happen. No matter what, this is going to occur. No matter what, come hell or high water, 2024 is going to be different for me. 2024 is going to be different for my family. So before I dismiss you guys, I'll keep it on. I'll keep the Zoom on. I won't be talking anymore. I'm going to allow you guys to either log out or to stay on. We're going to be here. Like I said, there's several people here that they're going to be writing their goals down. But does anyone have any comments or a question that I can help answer before we start writing down our goals? Okay. The audience has spoken. With that said, thank you for your participation. Take the next 15, 20, 30 minutes and just dream. Even if you have to close your eyes for 30 seconds and just visualize, just do that. Okay? I hope everybody has a beautiful and happy Thanksgiving. Take time to disconnect. Take time to connect with the ones that you love. Because at the end of the day, we do this for a reason. All we're trying to do is help tap into that reason. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm going to mute everybody here. I'm going to mute myself out. You may see me kind of walking back and forth, but I'm going to be here with the people that are here. You guys can either log out, you guys can stay on, and if you guys have something to share, write it on the screen, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. All right, guys? Thank you for your attention. God bless you guys. We'll see you in a bit.